Hi guys, today we're going to be showing you how to make chapli kebab. Well, this is a very simple, very easy recipe, and it's also very delicious. For this recipe we are going to need 1 kilo of mince, 8 to 10 spring onions, 4 to 5 green chilies, some fresh coriander, 2 tablespoons of whole coriander, 1 1/4 teaspoon of salt, and 1 1/4 teaspoon of crushed chili. We're going to start by looking at the spring onions, making sure that there's no dried leaves on them. And once we've checked that, we're going to just cut them in half, fold them over, and chop them roughly. Because this will be going in the blender, it doesn't really matter if you chop them really well or not. After that, we'll slice the coriander, set that aside, and we're going to grind the whole coriander. We don't want to make a powder, we just want to break it up. In the food processor, we're going to chop the spring onions, green chili, and the coriander. And then once it's chopped, we're going to add the salt, the chili flakes, and the coriander, and then mix it some more, just so that it mixes in. This is what it should look like, and once that's ready, we're going to add the mince. It's very important that you run your mince through the chopper, because if you buy it and cook it straight as it is from the shop, then what happens is that the mince doesn't become sticky. It doesn't stick to itself. So if you're making a kebab, like if you're making a seekh kebab and you don't run it through the food processor, then it won't stick to the seekh. If you're making meatballs, and the meatballs will fall apart. And if you're making chapli kebab, then when you're cooking them on the stove, then they'll start breaking apart. We've set aside some oil to heat in a frying pan, and we're going to start making our meat patties, the kebab. And these kebabs are fairly hard to make. You want to make them tight, and you want to make them round and fairly thin, because if you make them thick, then they'll cook on the outside but not on the inside. So they're not as easy to make as shami kebab. They're a little bit more difficult, but once you get the hang of it, it's fine. Just make sure that it's fairly thin. And you don't want to cook 5 or 6 kebabs at the same time, depending on your frying pan. You want to cook 2 or 3, because the kebabs release water once they're cooked. And if you add too many, then basically you're having boiled kebabs as opposed to fried kebabs. And we want to cook this on a high heat, so that the high heat seals in the flavor and the freshness and the juices of the kebab. We're just going to flip it over once, and our kebab is pretty much ready. We hope you've enjoyed this recipe. Give it a try. Good luck, and thanks for watching.